Hello YouTube, this is Travis Dunn with MDL, coming to you live on March 28th, 2015, from a secret location on the moon base of Terrak Nor. I'm just really joking there, but you know. So anyway, I had a quiet moment, so I figured I'd do a quick vlog and talk about what's been going on. Did get the new washer and dryer, got it delivered this week. As strange as it sounds, it's still a bit of a learning experience. And I say that because this thing's got a million touchscreen buttons, and it's kind of funny. It sings when you power it on. It sings when you power it off. It makes button noises the whole time you're setting all the settings. And it's not one of those, most of them you push a button, you push a button, you hit start. This is a push a button, you push a button, push a button, push a button, push a button, and hit start. And of course, first load out, I overloaded it, put just a little too much in it, and it didn't run right, didn't dry right. So far though, the rest of the loads have been fine. I've, it's fine. It's a top load, high efficiency. The dryer has a steam feature on it, and it's a washer and dryer. As long as it continues to wash and dry, and it doesn't cost me a ton of money in utility bills, that's really all I'm worried about. So I will kind of do a review-ish thing here probably later. I did try to do a gaming video with my children, but that was not very effective, and I had to stop the video, and just like I said, it didn't work out very well. I will try that again, and I will kind of hopefully put some gaming videos with the family up on the channel. I have tried to do some Twitch streaming. I've managed to stream one game session of Borderlands 2, and it's one of those weird things. For whatever reason, I haven't been able to do it. There's been some issues with Twitch this week. I don't know if it has specifically to do with my account or whatever, but I had to almost immediately after setting up the account, I had to go in and change the password. So I'm not sure what the deal exactly was and all that, but we'll try that again here shortly, and hopefully have some gaming videos posted up. So I bought my daughter a new bike, and she was a 20-inch, and now she's ready to go up to the 24-inch bike. She has been still need to go through and do all the adjustments and tighten everything up, and she's been bugging me to get that done. I'm going to try to get that done this weekend, even though this is my long weekend to work, and I'm back to my normal schedule. And I did miss my schedule, but I wish I was starting on a long week. So that's kind of why I'm doing this video while I've got a quiet moment here. And so, I'm looking forward to spending some time with the kids. And as soon as it gets warmer, we'll obviously take some bike rides. I will probably do some videos of all that. And I'm looking forward to sharing some of those biking adventures with you as well as the children. And Easter's coming up. Planning to go visit my parents. So the next vlog is probably going to be late. It'll either be late Monday or possibly Tuesday, because I'm going to be spending the whole weekend down there with them. So coming up, well, for the rest of this vlog, as funny as it sounds, it's all going to be kind of car related. Coming up April 7th, the latest Fast and the Furious movie series, Furious 7, is coming out, and we'll see what is supposed to be a very heartfelt tribute to Paul Walker, who passed away last year, suddenly in a car accident, as it were. And I know his brothers both helped try to finish the film, because they were still in the middle of production when the film was going on. It was when he had the car accident. So Kind of interested to see how they handle that, and I'm really hoping they do something special. And whether you like the series or you don't like the series, take it as fun. It is not meant to be 100% car accurate. It is meant to have awesome cars doing stupid stuff, and it's an action flick. And take it as it is. People make fun of Sons of Anarchy and things like that. It's not meant to be realistic. It's meant to be surreal. It's supposed to be a drama. So I've always enjoyed Fast and the Furious. I own every one of them on Blu-ray. I own several of them on DVD because obviously Blu-ray wasn't available when that first came out, and so I'm really looking forward to seeing the latest iteration. And I'll probably give my thoughts about that after I go to see it in theaters. It's one of the few movies I will actually go and see in theaters this year. Now, Forza Horizon 2 is coming out with a standalone add-on specifically for the Fast and Furious series. It's supposed to have Ludacris playing some character in it, and then, well, I'm assuming reprising his role character. And I'll be downloading that because it's going to be free. There's some weird thing, like I hear free for 2 weeks and whatnot. Either way, whether it's free for a little while and then you have to purchase, I'm going to download it. I'm going to play it, see if I like it. If I like it, maybe I'll buy it. So I'll be playing that on Xbox One. So I won't be able to actually do a regular video of it because I don't have a HDMI capture device. Something that's on my list of things I want to purchase so I can do other videos. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was we learned this week that Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear UK was let go, and he apparently got into an altercation with the producer. I'm told that he hit him in some form or some fashion after an incident between the two concerning apparently after a major shoot there was supposed to be food and there wasn't no food, and like I said, apparently they got in a heated argument and Jeremy Clarkson pretty much decked him from what I understand. And the show's been going on forever. These guys have been doing it for a very long time. It's one of BBC's top shows, and needless to say, none of the other iterations, whether it's Australia or the US version, which to be honest I've only seen maybe an episode or two, just doesn't have the fan base the UK version does. And the other two particular co-hosts, Richard May and James May and Richard Hammond. Wow, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I've all but said that they're not really that interested in continuing with the show without Jeremy, and we'll see if that happens that way, or if they just decide to get an all new crew and start over. Bear with me. And so certainly that'll be very interesting to see. Will those guys stay? Will it kind of be the end maybe of Top Gear, because they have suspended all production right now? So I mean, this season's pretty much on hold until further notice. And there's been a lot of talk that without those guys, it's just not going to be the same. We don't, I love the show. I've watched pretty much every episode with those guys because of Netflix mostly. But it is going to be interesting to see what happens. And so we'll probably learn here very shortly whether the other two will continue on, whether they'll decide to do what they said they were going to do and not continue. So it may very well be the end of an era for Top Gear UK, and it would be sad to see that go. I love that show. A couple other things. This year was or is the final year for the Bugatti Veyron, and I'm sure I'm butchering the name slightly. It's been produced about for the last 10 years. It's been about 450 cars. The last model made 1,200 horsepower. And the car is mostly known for the fact that, besides it's gorgeous, it's not just a supercar, it's a hypercar. And the ability to do 250 plus miles per hour, that's 0 to 60 in less than 3 seconds. The last version of it, known as the La Finale, I'm probably butchering that, but it's French, meaning final. Said to have they've had it up to a world record at the time was 267 miles per hour. I believe there is another car. It's not technically considered a production car that's gone faster, but as far as considered a production car, 267 miles per hour. The average price of them was about $2.6 million. And some people don't realize Bugatti was owned by the VW Corporation, or the same group that we all know from your Jettas and Golfs. And the car was built kind of as an experiment. They actually were losing like $5.2 million per car, and it wasn't just, this was an experiment to see that it could be done, because everyone said it could, and it was the pinnacle of engineering at its best. And it's kind of one of those cars that would just, whether I was in the passenger seat, obviously I'd love to drive the car, but just to be able to be in the passenger seat and do 200 plus miles an hour would just be an incredible experience. And it's going to be sad to see this car is going to be just like many other famous cars that have obviously died off over its course of its lifetime. So it's going to be sad to see that one go. Also, there's been a lot of talk about the new Ford Focus RS. It's going to be coming out for 2016 model year. It's going to have a 2.3 liter EcoBoost. It's going to make about 315 horsepower-ish. It's all-wheel drive, 6-speed. It's going to have Brembo brakes. There's been talk about something called a drift mode, which I'm assuming has something to do with the all-wheel drive system. And it's going to be torque vectoring all the way around, so it's not going to have a diff. It's not going to have any of that forward or rear. They're going to use their active braking technology to handle torque steer and things like that. And I previously owned a first-gen Focus, and I always wanted the Focus RS. Love the way the Focus, especially that first-gen RS, looked like. We've never had an RS here in the States. We are actually getting one this time around. But it's going to be, they're talking about $35,000 to $40,000 US price. And I think that's wrong. 25, 27 is where you can get a Focus ST. When you're talking $10,000 or more, I just don't see it. I mean, frankly, you can go and put a whole bunch of performance parts onto an ST and get very similar performance. Now, you don't get the all-wheel drive, but I just don't think it's worth it, because when you're getting into that, you're getting into the Mustang GT prices. And actually, it's on the upper, middle to upper end of the regular GT price. And the Mustang V6, which makes pretty much about the same horsepower, is cheaper. It's a few grand cheaper, and obviously it's more tunable right now. So I just not sure where Ford's thoughts are on that. We were always, like I said, I've always been a fan of the RS series, and always wanted a US version of the RS, but the price difference is just too outrageous. I think there are better cars for that price range. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is there is an auction that's coming up here on May 2nd, and they're auctioning off a fully functional electric version of a Tron Legacy motorcycle. Apparently, somebody wanted a full-on, built version of the Tron light cycle, and it's an electric bike. It's 96 volt. It's got a direct drive electric motor with lithium batteries, computer controlled throttle, and I'm reading the specs here. Rebound and compression damping with spring preload front suspension and rigid rear suspension with front and rear hydraulic brakes. It was built in 2012 for the Andrews Vehicle Collection, and they're expecting it to go somewhere between 25 and 40,000. I almost guarantee that is way low ball. Somebody's going to spend $75,000 to $200,000. I mean, it does straight up look like a Tron light cycle from the last movie, and I mean it looks completely badass, and I almost dead sure that's going to go for a lot more money, and apparently it is rideable. They have said that it was ridden, obviously to keep it in functional order, but excuse me, but yeah, like I said, that it's an incredible looking motorcycle, and I just can't imagine that somebody that's truly going to be interested in that's not going to pay some big bucks for it. And I imagine they're not going to be the only one. So, what else? It's kind of been a slow week. There's not a whole lot going on. Like I said, next week I will spend some time with the family, and I'm trying to catch up on some sleep. God knows it's been a nightmare. But I'm looking forward to my short week coming up next week, and then spending some time with the family. And I hope you all do the same. Easter's one of those time of the year that a lot of people are off of work for different reasons. Either they got Good Friday off for the weekend, and I would definitely say spend as much time with your family as you can, because you never know, they're here today and gone tomorrow. So yeah, I definitely suggest calling up your parents, spend some time with them, let them see the grandkids, or if you don't have grandkids, just to spend some time with you and enjoy the what time you have with them. Have a barbecue. I'm really hoping my brother's going to be available this weekend. I know my friend Doc, he always comes to the family events. He's kind of like the adopted child of the family. So I know he'll be there, and I'm looking forward to that. So, and I might do a video while I'm there. I'll certainly probably take some photos, but I might sit down with Doc and do a video. Who knows? I'll bring some stuff with me just in case, and we'll see what happens. So that's where we'll end the video for today. So everybody have a good day, and if I don't get a video out before Easter Sunday, hopefully everybody has a great Easter, and so enjoy your week, and we'll talk to you later.